His best thing was when he was on radio.
Sorry, what are you doing? You lost your mind?
There's fluff on my mic. Well, can you hear that?
No, I thought you'd lost your mind.
You thought I was just brushing my mic?
You're just brushing your mic. I think we're going to have to start the pod there. That has to be seen. Are you all right?
Push my fingers into my eyes. It's the only way.
Is that how that first phrase is? That's how a lot of. Is that how you're feeling right now as a football fan?
Yeah.
I want to push my fingers into my.
I don't want to see anymore. I don't want to see this world. I don't want to see any football ever.
What did I see? It was who was the centre midfielder that you were adamant was brilliant and has not gone on to be able to do that?
At Spurs?
Yeah. Oliver Skip. Was it Oliver Skip?
Yeah.
You're saying he's better than someone who's bad. But there's a bit. I've seen him. You know, those old school.
Jim, all right. We've all made bad calls. All right.
Absolutely. Those old school memes where it's just a picture with some text, and it's Oliver Skip going like, you know, when they got to do fake celebrations, he's going like that. He's going, yeah, but underneath he goes, I'm going to kill myself.
Yeah,
tough times for the Spurs.
Is there ever been, Jim, if there is some sort of fairy tale or storyline that needs to happen in football, Spurs 100% will oblige, right? So let's picture this for a second. Tottenham Hotspur are having a distinctly average to poor season. Bournemouth, however, are having even a worse season. Haven't won in 13.
Poor run, yeah.
Poor run, yeah. The wheels well and truly fallen off at Bournemouth.
Indeed.
You'd think. So, two things. Right. This is Semenyo's last game before he goes to Manchester City. So what team would you want to play if you want two things to happen? To stop the rot by winning, and of course, Semenyo scoring in the last kick of the game, his last kick ever for Bournemouth, than Tottenham Hotspur. You knew it was happening. I knew it was happening. When we got the equaliser, I didn't move because I knew at some point Semenyo was going to pop up and score, and so he did.
Yeah.
I've got to a point now, James, I haven't finished. I've got to a point now, right, where I just feel nothing at all, and it's wonderful. I just sit here feeling nothing, and it's the third time in 4 years where Spurs have got me to a point where my brain has kicked into gear and doing the job for me and saying, "Don't worry, mate, you don't have to feel anything anymore. I've got you." That's what my brain's doing at the moment. You don't feel anything. I don't feel happy. I don't feel sad. I just feel nothing. My brain is its own antidepressant. It's just allowing me to just get on with my job, love my kids, love my wife, get up in the morning, brush my teeth, make breakfast. It's allowing me to do all these things, even in spite of Spurs doing its fucking best to destroy me.
Sure. So you're sort of like the fuse box is gone. Yeah. Is that what's happened here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Is that hence the sort of sunny summer colour palette you've gone with today? Did you literally wake up this morning and go, do you know what?
I just thought I need some colour in my life. I need to feel something, right? Yeah. Because right now I feel nothing.
Ball Street days, I used to, when I was so hungover, I'd dress really smart to try and
so people
no, you're all right. You're going to be fine. That's brilliant. You remind me of that. Have you ever watched The Trip? You know The Trip? With Rob Brydon and...
of course, yeah. And
Steve Coogan.
Steve Coogan.
It's brilliant. Yeah. I think it's probably the first series where he's like, Rob Brydon's trying to talk and then Steve Coogan keeps kind of like trying to chip in and he says, first he goes, he hasn't finished. And then he carries on and then he tries again. He goes, I haven't fucking finished. And he carries and just keeps going. That's well done. And I think you should do that more because I talk over you way too much. As
no, Jay, I like it. I like it, James. I just it's time. I had a conversation with a friend of mine this morning, a dear friend, And he told me, and I just couldn't believe this. And I thought I'm going to ask James about this.
Okay.
He's just gone, I'm just not going to watch them anymore. Until they're good, I'm just not going to watch.
That isn't it?
Are you allowed?
Yeah. Is that allowed? Is that a thing?
Is that allowed?
The intrusive, sensible thoughts is an interesting one. Like, because as a football fan, there's absolutely you're not enjoying. Like, that happens all the time. It's like, what am I doing here? Why do I keep going to this? But then you'll have an intrusive, sensible thought, which is like, well, you could always just not go. I don't think I spoke to you about this, but like, QPR keep winning when I'm not there. So we beat Birmingham.
The problem.
Well, we beat Birmingham, and then because I'd been to Japan, I was like, "Do you know what, love? It's a weekend before Christmas. I'm not going to go." And then they beat Leicester 4-0. I think it was. I can't remember the score now. Was it 5? No, did we get 5? No, I think we got 4. 4-0, 4-1, whatever. And a guy I know who does the podcast called Away Days, Piers, he's the drummer for Boxer Rebellion. He messaged me. He's Southend. He goes, are you there? Are you at the game? And I went, no, I can't fucking believe it. It got to a point where I was on a lovely walk with the family, but then I sort of looked at my phone. Oh, it's fucking 3-0. I was annoyed. And he goes, you there? I went, no, I can't believe it. I missed the last minute winner against Birmingham as well. He went, well, you know what you got to do. I was like, don't give me. I don't need that from you. But then I go when we lose to Norwich at home, and then I know we've got another game on the Sunday, and it's too tight, too back to back, and I know I'm going to West Ham this Sunday, so I'm thinking, do you know what? I'm going to have to not go to this one on the Sunday game, and we pump Sheffield Wednesday 3-0.
I mean, that is a gimme, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. They are struggling. Bless them,
mate. Sorry, did I just hear you're going to West Ham away at the weekend?
So, hey, Nicky Hawkins. Sorry, can you just give me a minute? You just give me 1 second, Nicky, if you are listening, if you see me, just turn the other way, all right, son?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm thinking of doing this? Right, I'm thinking of. I'll sort of go, hello, son. Hello, mate. Because you're always a bit more. It's so masculine. Nicky's so masculine. He's actually incredibly tactile.
The most alpha male looking man, but the most lovely and affectionate man you'll ever meet.
I just did a little video for him for his preview, and I said with no shame and utter comfort, really looking forward to a cuddle on Sunday. For anyone who doesn't know Nicky Hawkins, that's West Ham Fan TV. Go check them out. They're it's explosive content right now on the channel. So I wouldn't. His title actually for one of his videos was really made. You know, little things just make you chuckle. He went this title because obviously I think about titles a lot, and his title for this video was. Give me 1 second, because normally you'd go. The right title for this video that he did was that we deserve this. You know, it's a statement, right? It's a bit more clear.
West Ham Fan TV, as you can see, I'm inside our
It's a bit more clear than that, right? But what I loved about this is that this is how authentic the channel is. Which is funny. Here it is. He said, as a club. So look, this title should be, as a club, we deserve this. But he's written, because he's just as wholeheartedly from his being, he's going, we probably deserve this. He's shut the word probably in there. And it just kind of makes me chat. As a club, we probably deserve this. That's not a normal YouTube video, but that's an authentic channel in terms of what he's doing. Look, the same culprit's letting us down. It's like, it's his head coming out in it. I love it. Anyway.
What you need to do when you see him at the weekend, like, forget all that. Oh, he's not. I know he's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. We all love Nicky Hawkins. No problem. You walk up to him, you fucking slap him right across his face.
That's it.
First thing, no words. Just like that. Just like, I'm talking hard slap.
No. I'm going to do tactile slap.
Just
backhand.
Just across his face.
There, he's talking
You cross his face like that and don't mention it. And then just, because you need to eat like this.
I was thinking this. What do you think of this? I was thinking sort of step up with hello, mate. Mate, if he's offering the hand, we take the hand, we go in. And then I look at him, because I'm comfortable in his presence. I go, it's good to see you, mate.
Yeah,
Just
no,
too hard. I was thinking.
I think just a quick backhand. Actually, and then like I don't. Because he would never
mid fan cam. I might go and do a fan cam. What happened there, Nicky? If we get a win, which we won't.
Would you prefer going there and to a half empty stadium, which is what it's going to be, or would you prefer West Ham in their pump and the stadium full?
Well, the R's are bringing 9,000. Sold them out quickly.
9,000?
Yeah,
you don't take 9,000 to home.
Hey, we are selling tickets right now. Well, the place is full.
Massey?
It's close. Like if you think of like previous times, we were struggling for 12, 13. We're an exciting team. The squad's doing well, especially at home. Waveform's bad. Our pitch has just decided to turn to like a sandpit, which is bizarre. But it's got all the hallmarks for a cup. Yeah. If you're doing your accumulator when you get the FA Cup games, when you see struggling Premier League team against okay Championship team, or just exclusively just Premier League struggling team, that's where the shocks happen. Surely.
Look, can I just say, I don't believe it would be a shock. I think most people are expecting QPR to turn up and win, right? So I think if anything, the pressure's on you. But
have you seen our cup record? Do you want to go find our FA Cup record? I'm sure we do this every year.
Yeah. Please do that while you're doing this. If you want to be involved in this podcast, you can become a moist slug. You know all about that, right? And what happens during this live recording is there's a chat that I can read, and as James is talking about QPR taking 9,000 away to West Ham, all the Villa fans are going, we're taking 9,000 to Tottenham. Right? You're a Premier League football club. That isn't nothing to brag about. Every Premier League football club can take 9,000 away to Spurs. Of course they can. We're a big deal. You're coming to see the Tottenham play. I've got mates who support Swindon and messaged me going down Spurs late. I'm going down Spurs. I was like, you don't even support Villa. What are you doing there? Fucking
By the way, we got a bit of heat for the impersonation or one or two comments. There's an actual video of somewhat of a Brummie fan.
Find it.
Someone find it. Find it right. I've got it. I might have sent it to you or something.
You did.
Brummie fan celebrating a goal, and he is literally making the exact sound the exact noise. Whilst we're doing that, I'll go through how bad QPR are.
Yeah, go on.
QPR has a notably. This is AI. They wouldn't lie. Has a notably poor FA Cup record, including the record for the most third-round eliminations of any club in the competition's history. As of early 2024, they had been eliminated in the third round, Flav. Third round.
You've never been past the third round?
No, we've been eliminated on the third round on 51 occasions.
That is shit.
Between 1997 and 2018... QPR went 21 years without winning an FA Cup tie, without needing a replay. Overall wins defeats in 211 total FA Cup ties in the main draw. The club has won 101 wins and 100. That doesn't make sense. Does it? I don't know.
Was it ChatGPT?
Best run was 1982. We got to the final against your lot. To a replay.
Mate, I can't find it, but yeah, there is this clip, and that is exactly when we go. Ooh, I guess the point here is we aren't Brummies, therefore we can't make the noise. Brummies are allowed to make the noise. However, as I've said many times, my mum's a Brummie, so I can say whatever I like about Brummies.
Sure.
I'm half a Brummie myself.
Here it is. I've got it here. This is this is James
gold,
from James from Fan Narrative's done a report on how Tottenham fans are feeling right now, and it is fascinating. The message I got this morning was he was saying, "I've never seen anything like this." So some of the fun that was had, obviously the Arsenal Cup gate. I mean, I get it; it's annoying, but that can't be a thing.
No.
Like, and anyone thinking that's a thing,
he didn't intentionally do it. But could I pick up a mug with an Arsenal emblem and not notice it? I'm not sure I could, but I guess he's focusing on other things. It's just the last thing he wants.
That in itself, is that the problem? Is that a problem?
No, it's not. It's just literally in this moment, the last thing he wanted to do was that. It's just unfortunate. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, because Arsenal were there 4 days before. Some great AI there. Thomas Frank there. That is funny. Come on. And that's
did you find the video?
That's the Oliver Skip thing. There you go. Found it. No, I haven't found the video. What, have you sent it to me? No.
No, I thought you said you'd found it, and then you started talking about the Arsenal.
Sorry, no, I was talking about the report here. What's really interesting with this, good report. Go follow Fan Narrative, by the way, on Twitter. It is interesting. In terms of the blame game after this game, 48% to Frank, 29% to the players, 23% to the board. And they're talking about interim managers already, which I found. They want Harry.
Yeah, I put it out yesterday. I went this redknapp, and then we were actually thinking about it, Jim, and we was like, the game has moved on so far from when he was managing.
Oh my God!
That when would he be able to walk into the dressing room legitimately when people don't really know who he is and command any kind of reaction? I don't know. Maybe you could.
Do you know? I think I spoke about this on maybe one of the first ever ripple effects, where Neil Warnock he was in his third year of going, Susan said I'm not doing it anymore, and then he gets pulled back in for 8 weeks. And I was saying, is there, in terms of your life cycle as a manager, because we've got Martin O'Neill at Celtic going back, and what? So let me get to the end of this, I guess. But why are they going back to Martin O'Neill? And Manchester United looks like they're going to be going back to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Why are they going back to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? And by the way, I'd like to talk about that because we should
go back to Poch as well.
Okay, I was thinking oh really? Yeah, but okay, we can come to that. And the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer actually coming back is genius, which I'm happy to explain in a minute. But then with this report, Harry Redknapp being the guy to come back, and this. So, is there a job for a manager who kind of comes to the end of their career, but then is now just kind of known as caretaker stopgap manager? Is that a role that can actually exist in football, or is it too niche that you can only do that for one team? Or with the Warnock thing, can you have a sort of situational manager that comes in to uplift vibes for a short period of time? Yeah. Because why are we going
a lot?
Yeah, I think
then he kept getting his job. So he'd do well, get the job, and then fail. Whereas just get him in 6 months, then bin him.
Because on a really simple, logical level of being in a job, forget football, being in a job, to go back to Harry Redknapp is mental.
Yes, it is mental, and what it simply is, Jim, is people are lost. They're scrambling. They're flailing. They're just trying to catch a branch before they hit the floor.
Right. Because otherwise, so in terms of and again, let's just say that this is, because there is some validity to what we're looking at here, and I'm going to reveal all the names, right? There is somewhat validity of this because these are the people that people are talking about, and probably most likely Spurs fans. I'm not tweeting about Spurs because I'm not a Spurs fan. But so Spurs fans are saying they want to, and I'm all for understanding what is going wrong with Thomas Frank there. Because actually, if I scroll down a little bit, this is the Frank in out axis. Look, Twitter and X and Instagram and Reddit obviously are places for conversation. Sometimes that's emotional, but conversation is conversation. And James, who put this together for us at Fan Narrative, is saying he's never seen it like that. That's worse than the in-out to Daniel Levy, who obviously was quite a big one as well. So the feeling around Frank is so bad. But if you completely, and I want to get your take on it, obviously, but if you completely scrape it all back, and I know this is probably really annoying. If you scrape it all back to being actual logical, doesn't mean I'm correct, but logical people, do you give up on Thomas Frank to go and have Robbie Keane. Okay, like I get it. Ryan Mason, who's just got the sack from West Brom.
Yeah.
Ange, who obviously you can't be doing that.
Give it Ange.
Can't be doing that. And everyone wanted, so many people wanted Ange out. So many people wanted
Give it Ange end of season.
And then Harry, 65. I mean, unless a lot of that has to be a joke, maybe. So it can't wholeheartedly be 65%.
No, but mate, it ain't a joke. No one's joking about Harry Redknapp.
But Harry Redknapp.
You're giving football fans too much credit. They're not joking. Look.
Is there credence in the simplification of management though? Is there something in that that's just going to get the boys? Just let them play. Is that going to work?
There's something in it. Look. What you just come in, right? If you're Harry Redknapp, you come in and you go, right, Paulinho, come here, Paulinho, come here, top lad, Paulinho,
top lad.
Yeah, he's a top player. What do you like doing? Tackling. Fucking just tackle. Right. Oi, Gray, what do you like doing? You like running with the ball and carrying? And carry it then.
Fucking do it!
What do you want to do?
Do it then!
These are good players. They're good players. In order to achieve, you've got to have a little bit more than that. So what's happening, mate, is we are so damaged at the moment, right? We're enjoying our football to such a low degree that almost any alternative is applicable and acceptable. And what people are doing is thinking back to that team that Redknapp had in 2010, which played some of the best football I've ever seen in my life. Modric, Bale, Van der Vaart, Crouch, King, Asuakoto, just put in that diagonal into Modric and then we go. It was so simple. It all made sense. But what we've got instead of those players is a steaming pile of shit.
Is it so bad? It's so bad.
They're not.
I'm not saying it's not. Over Christmas, I haven't watched much of Spurs, so I just know it's not the results you want.
No. So any Spurs fan, any sensible Spurs fan, right, would look at that result last night and go, "You lose games of football, right? It happens. We competed.
Was the performance okay yesterday or not?
It was okay in isolation. You could look at that and go, it happens. Away to Bournemouth, away in the Premier League, it happens, right? It's not just in isolation, though, is it? It's not only is it 20 games before this season, pretty much, it's also the 4 years prior to that. And so it's just all built up to the point where we can't do this anymore.
You feel it? Well, skipped. You seem to have skipped. I can't do this anymore. And the fuse box has gone. Boom.
I think what happened was, and Arsenal fans will like to hear this, that Arsenal result damaged me. And not because I can't take that. I've gone through that many, many times. It wasn't even the worst display I've ever seen Spurs play against Arsenal, right? It was that it fast forwarded to my brain kicking into gear and not letting me hurt anymore. But also that result damaged Frank beyond repair, because you can take these isolated performances, like you said, Jim, like last night wasn't the end of the world. The game against Sunderland in the first half, we were excellent. We were really good. High pressure, forcing them to make mistakes, just couldn't get the ball in the net more than once. Game in isolation, all fine. That Arsenal game was so bad and so embarrassing and so poor and such an insipid, weak setup and display that it's unforgivable. That's the point where it broke for Thomas Frank. Right. And that was ages ago. So, So we're at this position now where you're thinking, well, any alternative is plausible as long as it's a different brand of football. You know, we are ranked 20th for through balls in the Premier League. Wolves have played more through balls than Tottenham. Progressive passes in the last 3 games, one midfielder from each one of those teams, Sunderland, Crystal Palace and Brentford, right? Henderson, fucking Wharton and Sunderland and Janik Xhaka all individually had more forward passes than our entire midfield.
That's crazy.
That's a Thomas Frank issue. That's a Thomas Frank issue, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it has to be, doesn't it? Like it's interesting. Back to your point, because there's two tweets here, right? Obviously, are these two ends of the scale? So Spurs Army says the truth. People won't want to hear it. It doesn't suit the latest agenda, but it is the reality. And yet again, Frank is going to get the blame. 58% possession, 16 shots, 4 on target. And he goes on to say the goals were completely down to players not doing their jobs. Tottenham tears.
No, way too simplistic way of looking at it.
Listen, the team's dreadful, but when every player is struggling to perform, it becomes a system issue. Frank doesn't have their backing. They aren't willing to work for him, unfortunately. Do you get that feeling? Do you get that feeling that the players are just aren't enjoying him?
Lethargy on the pitch. But then when you go in and you're listening to him and there's like this kind of, what we're going to do? It's like there's no energy there, is there? It's like he's not the most inspiring figure. When everything's under his control and the club's institutionalising his image as it was in Brentford, if you didn't bow to him, you didn't play. But these players know that he'll be gone in 3 weeks and the next player is in. It's a problem. But his job is to get performances out of his players. These players have all elsewhere performed brilliantly. Kolo Muani, legitimately, some of the younger players. Archie Gray came in with a reputation. Kolo Muani was the best striker in Germany when he was at Frankfurt. PSG paid 95 million euros.
I'm a big fan of Muani.
Yeah, same, right? So Mathis Tel came with a massive reputation. Again, has displays that there's definitely a player in there, but Spurs is just not clicking. So something's got to go, and something's got to change. And what always happens is the manager. But the question isn't whether he stays. He's dead man walking. The question is,
really,
how long? Nah, yeah, he's got to. You can't. There's no change. There's very little change. Anyway, is what's next? And we've got so much of the season yet left to play. Do you just sort of say, get on with it, Frank, and then we just sack him in the summer, regardless of what happens, and then wait for Poch to finish the World Cup and bring him back? Because what Spurs fans now need is to feel a connection with the manager again. And it might not work, but it's a home win, Jim. Just to bring him back. Bring him back. He would be so popular.
Redknapp.
No.
Oh.
Pochettino.
Sorry. I missed that bit. Right. Sorry. Yeah, but he's not going to do that, is he? Like, he's got a World Cup like a home World Cup to prepare. There's absolutely
after the World Cup.
So right.
Just keep Frank going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, weirdly, as an experiment, I'd be intrigued to see that, see him have that long, having because that was one thing with Amorim, that from the fans' perspective, there was a feeling that they'd come out and said, "You've got 3 years," and everyone's like, "I can't believe they've said that." But it also kind of made everyone go, well, no, he's going to be here for 3 years. Obviously, that didn't play out. But if you're very strong going, he is here till the end of the season, then that might change the atmosphere a touch. It might get you out of the form that you're in. Like, who knows? Because the one thing that is difficult to understand is what he was able to get at another club. And I get what you're saying, like in terms of that Arsenal game, and that was obviously a clear mistake, and he's kind of scrabbling from that. But he's obviously not a stupid man. Do you know what I mean? So I just find it fascinating how how important the feeling is in football clubs, and I just think Tottenham are in this place where they're just like, they're so quick to. It feels like you're quicker than ever to anger. But I get it, because obviously, you feel like you should be doing a bit better this year. The league, by the way, is wild, isn't it?
It's like the Championship. It's like
Newcastle were finished, weren't they? A couple of weeks ago, like Eddie Howe.
Brentford a point off.
Yeah. Which, again, is there something in that, right? If you taken their manager and their best players And the systematic approach of Brentford is so strong that they are 5th in the league. Like, the study of Brentford needs to be like actually given far more credence.
Incredible football club. Incredible.
But we all sort of say it in this like, oh, because we've not got much more to say. Like, people should be absolutely picking the bones of Brentford and going, this is what a football club should be doing. And Tottenham and other clubs should be doing exactly what they're doing, where they go, it's not really about the manager. It's about the squad recruitment and the systems that are in place, so that the backroom staff is not changing every 18 months. It's always the same. And the new manager is getting promoted like you would in any other business.
Jim, I implore you, right, and any fan of any club, because it's about Spurs, but it's about really the conversation I had. It's about structure and strategy inside the football club, outside of the manager and the players. What needs to be put, because there's been lots of conversations, hasn't there? There's the Maresca situation with what he wants to Chelsea, the fact that Rossinia's come in, he's a perfect fit for Blueco, not necessarily Chelsea, but Blueco's system. It makes complete sense for him to go to Strasbourg to Chelsea, because he understands his role in that machine. He's the cog in the machine. So I did this interview with a guy called Anatole Pang. He's a strategy specialist in big business. He works in Hong Kong. He previously an investment banker, very intelligent man, right? And a lot of what he does is put in structure in a business in order to make it successful. And he's a Spurs fan, so we did a deep dive into what is wrong with Tottenham's structure. And Brentford is a great example of how structure negates the problems of, and Bournemouth negates the problems of losing individual talent. The structure takes the weight. It takes the weight of like what Bournemouth, what Brighton have done in losing so much talent and really not taking a step backwards. Moreover, Brentford, case in point, set piece manager, set piece coach comes in and is now the head coach, and they're better than they were last season. Another case in point is, how do we replace Ivan Toney, one of the most touted number 9s in world football, because he ended up going to Saudi. But everybody wants Ivan Toney. What do? We're going to buy a guy called Thiago. Right. I haven't heard from him. I'm sure he's good. We've done a scout and we know he's good. Plays one pre-season match, gets an ACL, out for a year. Fuck. Well, it's okay. We've got Visser. We're going to turn Visser into our number 9. And he's going to play off in Mbumo. Right. Visser's gone. We sold Visser. Yeah, remember we bought Thiago. He's back. And he's scoring 14 goals in the Premier League. He's Brazil's number 9, pretty much.
but the language that you're using there is not the language that we used in Brentford. At Brentford, it's not going, oh shit, we've lost. It's we're going to lose Visser, so Tony's going to go. So who's on the list? Are we ready to go with that? What if we can't get him? Or what if he does his ACL? Well, we've got another one. We've got the one underneath that. It's such a great point. The structure means that, because chaos comes from a lack of understanding of your vision and therefore clarity, and a feeling that you're not moving forwards. But the structure of knowing that everyone's going to go, but the conveyor belt and the structures are in place, gives you such clarity, and it gives you actually firmer foundations, because your foundations are rooted in the understanding that your players are going to go.
Yeah.
And so with all the advantages that Tottenham have and these clubs have, they have that needs to be wholeheartedly put into place.
And the reason why I ask how, James,
commitment
is
you've got to commit to it.
Yeah, but they have Benham. And Brighton have Tony Bloom. The problem, they will never have a problem while Benham is runs that football club. They will never have a problem. They might undulate in where they finish in the league, or they may even get relegated one day, right? They will come back. It's not a problem. Benham will deliver them a level of consistency by making good decisions consistently. And so will Tony Bloom. And you can't we don't have a Benham. We don't have the people that are running.
I don't think at this stage it's Benham. It's the vision of Benham, absolutely. And it's probably the principles of Benham in terms of understanding analytics, and so for example with Bloom, I think they're allowing Hearts, who are obviously look like they could win the league this year. Like what they've been able to do is give them their sort of database and their scoring system within their database, and the scoring system of that is so different to what you would expect for players to be normally. But that all of those things have to get built over time. The vision has to be there, but the commitment to that has to be there. And I think that is the thing that is hurting. That is the thing that's hurting the likes of Man United and Chelsea and Spurs. Is you've got all these kind of advantages, so you think you can fix it quick. There's not that clear commitment to what would safeguard and sustain a team in a far better, stronger way, because you can fix it, or you think you can fix it, but you're actually getting fucking nowhere. And the same goes with Man United.
Yeah, but it's got a comment here from ALX DNLE Alex. Anyway, but players are everything.
Quite the shout out.
Prime Pep isn't doing anything. Prime Pep isn't doing anything with his Spurs squad. That's not true, is it? It's not. I mean, I you have an opinion, but I disagree with it, right? Because Danny Rose is the case in point. So when Pochettino came in, he said to Danny Rose, "I will turn you into an international within a year." Right? That we gave Danny Rose a 5-year contract. The reaction to that contract was insane. It was like, "How the fuck? 5-year contract with Danny Rose? He's shit. He's shit." In less than a year, he made his debut for England because Poch coached him in the right way. All of these players are so good. Right? They are so good. They are in order to play consistently in the Premier League, you have to be one of the best footballers on earth. Right? So to say that Pep wouldn't be able to get a tune out of this current Spurs squad is not true. Any decent manager who is in the right situation, not decent manager because Frankie's a decent manager, it's just the wrong club, wrong situation for him. You bring in the right manager at the right time, you'll get better performances out of any of these players. It isn't just a case of the squad being poor. We overrate it. It is, but we're much more capable than what we're seeing.
What is like? Forget a person, but like, what if you were sort of like drawing up the criteria for the right manager? Then, how would you want to rebuild?
Legitimately, Tottenham? on. You would say someone like Ange again. No, I'm not saying bring Ange back. But that mentality, that forward-thinking mentality. Like, I was watching a training video of, it was like I can't remember. I think someone just put a clip up on Twitter or something. And it was Ange screaming at the players, "Forward, go forward. You pass the ball forward. Stop passing it back. Stop passing it back." And that's like, this is like the polar opposite. You talk about identity, right? You talk about structure, Jim. You talk about having a plan. Right? The plan, according to Johan Langer, in an interview that he did with Dan Kilpatrick in the Standard, and he said, we have an ideology and an identity that isn't wrapped up in Postecoglou. It's a part of what we are. Ange Postecoglou is part of the current system, but the next manager will be an extension of that. We are this type. We're going to play this brand of football, and that's who we are. Right. Frank is the polar opposite. It shows that there's no structure, no plan at the club at all. So I think, if Ange had a pragmatic bone in his body, he would legitimately be a decent manager and could probably have a decent Premier League career if he'd have just given up on his ideals a little bit and just softened a little bit and not been so principled and prickly. Then he probably would have kept his job and got better results. But make no mistake, last season was the most terrifying season of my life. It was so uncomfortable all of the time. The numbness wasn't.
Explain that. Why was it so uncomfortable?
You would lose the ball in the final third, and it would result in a shot on target for the other team 9 times out of 10. And when your team, you don't have the technical abilities to just maintain possession, and your manager's saying, "No, you got to do it anyway." It's scary. Like, you could be 2-0 up and not feel comfortable, 3-0 up and go, they could easily score for it. So you can't sustain that either.
What if
we won the Europa League with playing like complete haramble, is what the kids say.
What if Thomas Frank kind of walked in today and went, do you know what, lads? I was trying to kind of be practical because they'd been so gung ho this season, and it's about staying in games, blah blah blah. But look, we're on the edge here. Let's just have a go now. Like, and how would you feel about? Do you think that could kind of give him an opportunity? Like,
I think he's tried, Jim.
Oh, really?
He tried at Sunderland. I think he tried at Sunderland. There have been moments like he played 4 attackers. So the big problem is like this double pivot of Bentancur and Paulinho, who is screening a centre back a back 4. And then sometimes he play a central midfielder in the 10, like Sarr, Berival, or Gray. And it's just not there's no creativity there. Admittedly, he didn't have Simmons. And then against Sunderland, he played a front 4 of Muani, Richarlison, Odebear, and Tell, very attacking, all forwards. So that was a bit more attractive. But it's too late if the results don't come, because so much of the damage has already been done.
Right.
He has no choice but to now go all out. That's the only way he keeps his job. If we have some convincing displays. And I did an interview with Adam Rosenbaum, our mutual friend, who's a Brentford season ticket holder and a football photographer.
And he used to be on the 1s and 2s here at Jaffin Enterprise.
Yes, he did. He did actually. Yeah, top shagger. Or was back in the day. And he said scoring goals and being creative was never a problem for Brentford last year, or ever. He said they had the 5th highest goal scored last year, 66.
Yeah, but that's what I think. That I think the learning here is it's not about the manager. Like when it comes to Brentford, my view on Brentford from here on out, because I think otherwise you're just like, what are you? And obviously football changes all the time. I appreciate that, but it's not about the players in terms of the names. It's not about the manager. It's about the whole structure of that football club and the people above and the recruitment that they're able to do. So, because name of Brentford, obviously there are loads to be fair, but like Warburton left, did all right with us. I guess did okay with Rangers, but is currently not managing a team. Has not gone on and on and on. Dean Smith, same thing. Got had his little moments here and there, I guess, or got Villa back up, but didn't really move forwards. Thomas Frank is obviously struggling again as well. So it's not with Brentford. It's not about the manager, I think, or at the very least, Thomas Frank needed to step into a less problematic environment for him to be able to thrive.
The manager plays a part in a wider system, and that's important, really important part. But it's not the only thing. It's like the era of managers where it was a chairman and it was a manager, and that was it. It was Alex Ferguson, and it was I can't remember his name. Geezer Edward. No, whatever it is.
Oh yeah, anyway, Martin Edwards. Yeah.
Martin Edwards. And it was Arteta and it was David Dean, and it isn't that way. Football clubs are much more complex and big and global entities and businesses now, much more intricate. So many moving parts. Whereas I think often, and there are definitely some managers and fans that are still caught up in this idea of what football used to be. And you see it in the way it's played. You see it in the way the transfers are made. You see the lack of individuals we see on the pitch now, and the lack of mercurial talent. Like David Ginola will never have made it in the Premier League. Never made it in the Premier League. Right? Football has shifted, and so has a structure and the lack thereof it. So a case in point would have been Daniel Levy. When he came in at Spurs, it was actually quite forward thinking. It was actually quite modern, and he stayed long enough to become a dinosaur. His role at Spurs was so broad. He was director of football. He was chairman. He's supposed to sit at the top and facilitate the running of an organisation. He was in the mud, and that's a problem. And so the football has shifted. The way football clubs are run has shifted, and the role of a manager or a head coach has diminished to some degree.
In terms of, like, again, if you're trying to rebuild Spurs here, in terms of the priority of change,
director of football,
right? So if you're going like, look, let's rebuild this, because that's the other thing again in terms of that knowledge of if you agree, if the higher ups were to agree that this is how, and you've got what's his name, the ex-Chelsea guy, like ex-Arsenal guy, Vinay, is it?
Venkatesham,
Yeah.
Yeah, Vinay Venkatesham.
So Arsenal are an effective football club, however you feel about them, right? So he has very strong knowledge in terms of like how to create what needs to be created there. So you kind of have to go with him. But Thomas Frank also does have a lot of that knowledge. So again, if you're bringing in someone else, are you going to lose that? Like in terms of the priorities, is the priorities bigger than Thomas Frank here?
I think that Thomas Frank have come at a stage where the club is in turmoil in terms of its structural turmoil, right? So it could be Thomas Frank, it could be Pep Guardiola, it could be Fuentes, right? It doesn't matter who it is. They would all suffer a similar fate until we get that structure, plan and vision clearly in place. Venkatesham, the director of football, the owners cannot be judged now. They can be judged in 5 years if their plan hasn't come to fruition. A director of football should be in situ and decide who the next manager is, decide the style of play or an approach to play in terms of, are we going to be attacking? Do we want that kind of manager? What kind of players do we want? And there needs to be a vision in line. What Spurs currently have, and the reason why our next manager will probably fail, unless it's someone like Pochettino who has the credit in the bank, but also the managerial experience to make these decisions. What he's dealing with is two sporting directors that are sharing a role, which effectively means they're not doing a role. The director of football job isn't being fulfilled. You've got Paratici and Langer sharing a role, sporting director, both doing different things, but sharing a role. One of those, Paratici, wants to join Fiorentina a month after he's left. Well, the reports suggest there's this sporting director role or director of football role at Fiorentina that has come up, and he's interested in taking it, and he's only just joined us. So that's the mess we're in. But Venkatesham has a lot to sort out. Daniel Levy was booted in June. Right? This is turning a battleship. It's going to take a while. So Thomas Frank, I feel for him because I don't think any manager in this circumstance can really achieve. So there's a lot of work to do.
But but getting, in your opinion, relieving of his job is a good idea to do in the next, or a bad idea between now and the end of the season?
I can't watch this as a fan, as a supporter. I can't watch this football for another 6 months. Like, I lose, but fucking show some bollocks. Go out and like. But weirdly, Jim, I can't wait to Aston Villa at the weekend. I can't wait. I'm sitting here looking forward to the game. I was looking forward to the game yesterday. It's only when it starts and you realise, I forgot it. Shit. Because you just think today it'll be different.
That's great. That's you got to stick with that. That's really important.
Yeah, like I'm going to West Ham with my old man. I'm buzzing. I'm absolutely buzzing for it. We're going to the game. I don't get to go much anymore. I'm going with my old man, and I'm buzzing. We'll probably get beat.
I was going to say, I think, when you sometimes it's a game, a certain tie. Obviously, Aston Villa in the FA Cup is such a tough tie, probably on the telly as well, isn't it? But West Ham game, like if you can't beat West Ham at home, that's the problem. That's a huge
James,
problem.
we can't beat anybody at home, not West Ham. We can't beat. We have won 4 games in a calendar year at home. We played 24.
And so, again, forget a name. Forget a name. It's not about a name. But in terms of the 3 characteristics that you really want from a Tottenham manager moving forward, what do you want?
I mean, he needs to lead the press room well. Mm-hmm. He needs to play attacking football. And show some sort of steeliness about the situation. Ange had a lot of these things. Like, he defended the club consistently, defended the team. He says that we will make them think differently about Tottenham. I've never heard a manager talk like that. Like, I so badly wanted him to get it right. And I wished if he was less dogmatic, he might still be in a job. But it is what he is. But his principles are the ones at which I want my manager to hold us up to.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like front foot football, and make people aware that Tottenham Hotspur are coming. Whereas
I think that's interesting, is it? Because I think there's a sort of, as big as Spurs are, there's often still a like belittling, patronising that happens from the other people in the room that you're with. You know, like and so what you want, and I saw a clip of this, and it was someone talking about Ange actually, and they were saying that Ange, the way he talks, is the crucial thing is that we're the protagonist.
Yeah,
we're not reactive to you. We're at the very least are trying to assert who we are, and I think that's the interesting thing with these two is that you can take clips from us from last year going, this is all over the place, and I think it was, and that can't be forgotten. But the sort of mix between who Thomas Frank was hoping he could be and be seen as when he came through the door, and what allowed Ange to survive and lose, the elements of him, the mix of the two could be quite perfect. But I think there is such that Spurs feels so flammable to me, like whenever we talk about it.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you get yourselves. I mean, the simple way of getting out of that is actually having it all, winning all the games and playing all the great football, which is obviously what you want. The final thing just to chuck out there as well is that you have lost a lot of goals in Son and Kane in the last 2 years. There's a lot of goals to lose, isn't it? And you brought back in like children. Yeah.
But as we've just said, if you have a proper plan and structure in place, you can compensate for these things. And we don't have that. That's the key. But what I would say, Jim, is this is, I'd imagine, of club our size, the amount of money we can spend and fix situations by throwing money at it, going, just...
What? It's got too many people sticking their fingers in.
Loads of money. This is about as shit as it can get, right? I think. I can't imagine it getting any worse. I think. It would have to be astronomically worse than this for us to get relegated or something like that. So if this is low, then you can only go one way, really.
James Gunn says, with all due respect, the expectations are different at a club like Brentford compared to likes of Spurs, Chelsea, United, etc. Zach then replies, in that vein, does it not make sense to keep Frank, given his proven record within an effective system over time? If changing the manager will not achieve anything anyway with the current turmoil, James Gunn replies, this is the problem with Spurs fans. You don't know what you want.
You shut your fucking mouth, James. Yeah. You realise that there's two people in this conversation and your opinion means fuck all.
And if you want to be part of that, if you guys want to have, and I'm talking to the dry sluggies now, if you want to enjoy an interaction like that, then links in the description. Come join us,
James,
for live.
James, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, James Gunn, okay? Not me.
And while I'm at it, right, Alex, Axon Dund, right, he got a little bit chippy earlier. I was going to let it go, but now my back's up.
Can he fuck off as well?
He said, just Alex is fine. After I sort of struggled with his name, how am I supposed to know your name is Alex when that's your username, right?
Alex Donald. I think it's Alex Donald.
Right, fine, whatever, right? But just Alex is fine. How the fuck am I going to know your name's Alex when you don't give me a clue? He said they could all be brilliant, but you've got too many prospects. Rose was in a really good team. Any of Tell, Spencer, Doggy could be the next Bale, but all at once. How about you shut your fucking mouth, Alex?
Yeah. Who do you think you are?
Who the fuck do you think you are? You've come in here, you've paid your money, right? Thanks. But don't fucking realise the situation. Right? Read the room.
Say
Will
what
Starling's,
I want you to say. All right?
Yeah.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, next Man United one. Rosenior as well. I haven't heard your thoughts on Rosenior.
It's going to go tits up, but I like him a lot.
Everyone I've asked, certainly off camera as well. Everyone I've asked has gone, he's going to get eaten alive, isn't he?
Big job. Big job.
Got Rory and Kweku Afari all being well on the ripple effect on Monday. excited
You
to
need
hear
both of them,
their
dear?
take
Need
on
both of them, dear? You need both of them, dear?
I just thought it would be nice. I thought it was a nice blend. So we'll kind of do a bit of Chelsea chat there. I haven't sort of checked in on Rory's feelings on it because I presume I know.
Of course you know.
Yeah,
but let him breathe. Let him. I think he is in trouble, but I think that from what you've heard from him, he can't not take the job. He has to take it.
I think he speaks so well.
Brilliant. He does. And you watch him in his, when he's giving team talks and stuff. He knows the game. He's learned in the game. He's a good manager, and he's done brilliantly everywhere he's gone. Even Hull was a problem about a breakdown in a relationship with the owners, not about how well Hull were doing at the time. And Strasbourg, in the few games I've seen them play against Palace in the Conference League, and they look really good. Right, I was impressed by them. So that's all I can say about that. But he's going to lose his job. He'll be out of the job in 12 months. But
no. Let me stop you there. 6-year deal. 6-year deal.
I don't understand that. I do not understand why they've given him a 6-year deal. To what end?
I don't know. Amortization. Does that happen for managers? I guess it doesn't when you're pinching him from another club that you essentially own.
So we had this conversation earlier, Jim. Is there a transfer fee? Is there compensation paid to Strasbourg?
I think. I mean, and does it count if it happens?
They're paying it to themselves.
Yeah.
I don't like this multi-club model. It's terrible. I hate it.
It's something they need to get hold of it. I'll be honest. Because I think the word that Rory Smith used was agency. Feels like Strasbourg have no agency.
He was very strong in that. I agreed with every word he said, actually.
Yeah, I did as well. I think a couple of people saying he's not got the aura, and I think the problem is he's a bit cornered now, Rosenior, because maybe someone has a quick word of going, because I think aura is important at Chelsea. I've always thought that, and someone might kind of naturally, again, logically, would go maybe switch up the glasses.
You need maybe a little glow up, don't you? But it doesn't work, a little glow. Does it?
Well, no, but he can't do that. If he needs to be if he wants to glow up, he's got to do that incredibly slowly, because Potter did it way too quickly and it became a thing.
Do you know why? It's a strange situation, because he is the perfect manager for Blueco and Clearlake, whoever it is that actually runs Chelsea, right? He's the perfect manager for them in their system, because he understands what his role is, because he's worked in it previously with Strasbourg and done well. The problem, however, is for Chelsea fans, this isn't a perfect manager for them. Well, at least it seems it isn't. And they're the people that actually matter, the ones that follow the football club.
So that's a good question. Do they matter?
They matter in the traditions of the sport. To Clearlake, they do not matter.
Do they matter? Because I think, again, a bit of a theme of all of this, and when it comes to the survival of a manager, results obviously lead to a feeling of good or bad, but feeling matters. Like the feeling around clubs matters, because it leads to, I think it guides narrative a lot of the time.
West Ham had half-empty stadium against Forest, didn't they? So it does matter, because they'll stop turning up. I think, though, that Chelsea have so many tourists and different types of supporters that probably wouldn't happen.
Well, I think it'd be interesting. Like, is this one of the steps away from Chelsea being the Chelsea that I have in my head? That's what I'm intrigued by.
Do the opinions of Chelsea fans really matter? Genuinely, that's a serious question. If you're a Chelsea fan and you're listening to this, do your opinions even matter? To me, no.
Do you feel like yours? Do you think Spurs? Do you think theirs matter?
Yes, they matter.
Right.
But Chelsea fans particularly don't matter. They don't matter. And do you know why they don't matter, Jim? Is because they celebrated every trophy that was won under Abramovich. When we know. Hang on a second. We know.
I'm fucking finished.
Oh, yeah.
It's good. I love it.
We possibly will find out that allegedly illegal payments were made to agents that convinced players to join Chelsea over others, therefore giving them an unfair sporting advantage. And this happened during the vast majority of Roman Abramovich's reign at Chelsea, where all of the recent successes happened. Now, if you do not renounce every trophy you've won, then really your opinion on anything doesn't matter to me. So I don't care whether you think Rossini is a good manager or not, because you won't renounce the trophies you've won under a financially doped and cheating ownership.
And if you want to join...
That's my 2 pennies.
Right. And if you want to join us live and not give that opinion, then you can do that with the link in the description. By the way, this week on the exclusive Patreon, I revealed the greatest samism of all time. That's behind the paywall, guys. I don't know if I want to be that or not. Do we play it? We were going to save it, and then we couldn't help ourselves. I'll play it once.
What, you're going to do it now?
Well, there was 2, wasn't there? So the second one you can't have.
Sam? He'll be watching this.
Yeah, mate. But he knows we laugh at his samisms. Sam, if you're listening, just like it's not my problem. And actually, I watch more videos because, first of all, your content's superb, which I know, and you've got the greatest cash cow ever. And I know, I'm in turmoil, Man United can't get back to their future greats. We've got another manager. You're going to be doing wonderful at this, all right? So just shush.
Yeah, shut your fucking mouth.
You keep making the great content. However, you did say this. And yeah, so if you want to check out the other one, links in the description. But I'm going to just allow our moisties to enjoy this one final time. Okay. Let's just, if we could just get this, because this is the greatest samism of all time. And that's saying something, you know. I've been probably the biggest fan of his samisms over the years. It gives me life. He's getting married this year, isn't he?
Yeah, I've booked a hotel. I don't remember when it is.
He's getting married. Do you know what I thought about? Because he did in back-to-back videos, 2 different samisms. And then I thought, I had this thought, oh my God, what if he does a samism in a sort of poignant, in like a poignant moment, and I'm sat there. I don't know if I'm invited or not, but I think I am. It's sat there.
Mate, what a wedding that's going to be. We're all just going to get like mangled. It's going to be so much fun.
It's going to be wonderful. But I'll be crying. I can't not laugh if he does a samism. Yeah. But he certainly won't do one this bad.
Right. For the people at home, this will be the second Sam People's wedding that I've attended.
And yeah, a bit of info at the last Sam wedding. Again, I don't think he really wants to talk about that. Jerry Francis was there.
Yeah, Jerry Francis.
That's just mental. Anyway, right, listen to this. It was absolutely amazing. One of the greatest moments of my 2026. So listen out. I will be laughing, but I then play it again.
Power, more involvement. He feels that other people have been sticking their fingers in. And I'm going to try and do as much research and bring you all that information in the next 2 days. But now we've got Darren Fletcher in. And I'm going to try and do as much research.
Not sticking their noses in.
Not head coach. He wants more power, more involvement. He feels that other people have been sticking their fingers in. And I'm going to try and do as much research and bring you all that information. Power, more involvement. He feels that other people are
just the best. We love you, Sam. We love you
Plus.
so much. Oh yeah, just quickly on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Absolute genius appointment if they sign him. Do you know why?
Why?
It's bulletproof. It's absolutely bulletproof. And here's why. So first of all, on a vibes level, which is important with an interim, hence the shout of Harry Redknapp coming back. He will come in and just let the boys play a little bit, or at least there'll be the feeling of that. Initially, I said Carrick, and Conor O'Reilly said, no Carrick, please. Carrick, it looks like it might be, I don't know if it's going to be the 2 together or it's one or the other. I can't remember which one they're talking to the most, but I think it's going to be Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is such a great appointment because in terms of getting the feeling lifted and a guy who knows the club, blah, 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 he'll come in, he'll offer that straight away, okay? And he maybe get the boys moving. The fear with an interim manager is that they do really, 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 really well,
Yes.
And then you've got to give him the job, right? But because the first time he got the job, he came in and did really, really, really well. So he's got previous from that point of view. But because after that, it overall didn't work, it's absolute genius because however well he does, say he gets Champions League football with this lot, at the end of it, they will still have a very clear, easy way to go, look, Ollie, it's great and we really appreciate it, but we know how this played out last time. It's time for us to move on. And off they go to get Thomas Tuchel.
You weird little gremlin. They should have that as well. And, no, not Thomas Tuchel. They've got to go all out to get Luis Enrique. Right? That's who they have to get.
Would he go there?
This is Man United we're talking about.
Start that.
No, seriously. Like, would the draw of returning Man United to the former glory, going up against Pep Guardiola, that's a big draw for someone like him.
Paul mentioned on the Ripple Effect, which you can listen to right now on this channel. He said, which I think is a good point, is has he got the stomach for the fight to kind of go and try and make that group of players like great again? Like that is a 3-year job. Whoever
he
comes in,
effectively bombed Mbappe out of PSG. I think he's got it.
But he's done that now. Like he's been working with the best, playing the best, winning all the games. Like
where does he go? Then he's going to go somewhere. Where does he go?
Well, no, stay there. Why would you leave Paris?
Because he's ambitious. He's done it. He's won it. He's topped the tree.
No. It's madness to
look. 99% of his time, he doesn't even have to get up to win the league. Right? He doesn't even have to think about what he's doing to win the league and League On. It's so shit. Right? The PSG's advantage is so gargantuan that he doesn't even have to wake up in order to win that league, right? He wants to come and do so. He wants a proper challenge like Spurs. That's what he wants.
It's just like...
Imagine if Spurs... I guarantee, Jim, if you give me everything I want and get Luis Enrique in, right? Everything I want, I will never complain ever again about anything, right? I will just sit and whatever happens for 5 years, just do what you want. It doesn't matter what happens to Spurs. I will never complain about it again. Just come Tottenham is what I'm saying. Just come Tottenham.
Enrique, when he was at did he do that great at, what was it, Roma? Do you know what I mean? Because again, you got to think of the context. He's brilliant at PSG with the best players in the world.
He turned Vitinha into the best midfielder in the world. Come on.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But just careful. It's hard old game. Somebody's got the stomach for the fight. But yeah, I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is a really smart move as interim because you'd get rid of him regardless, and then you can kind of make your move.
I didn't realise he played for Real Madrid and Barcelona.
Yeah.
That shows you something about the fabric of the man, which I have an issue with. You know this,
right? I was going to say, I thought you were going to say you rated it.
No, I don't rate anyone to do that. It's like
just to finish off, mate. Bit of a reset pod this week. But I will just say, I feel like we do need to reflect on John Griffith, who of course. I
hope he's never responded, has he?
Afraid he has.
Because I just wanted to walk off into the sunset and never like he didn't even exist. But never mind. I want to hear what.
Okay. Well, first of all,
what does he have to say?
Feel like there was a lot of great comments on his style of play.
Yep.
Breaking the 4-minute barrier. James Perrett, good friend of mine, he spoke about how the sort of Cumberland Challenge had become this version of Roger Bannister's 4-minute mile.
Yeah.
So I liked.
100%.
And it got done just before Christmas, which is obviously lovely to see. Still, happy for the challenge to be out there, but don't send it to me unless it's under 3 minutes, really.
Yeah, we will address something if you can eat a 3 minute. What did he eat under?
Just over 3, wasn't it?
Just over 3. If you can get under 3, don't do it, send it to us, and it's like 4.5 minutes, but because you've done it, you feel like you should send it. We don't want to see a 4.5 minute effort. I don't care about that.
Yeah.
But I don't care if it. I only want to see if someone does it sub 3. If you do it sub 3, send it to us. Don't send it 3:05. Don't send that.
Yeah. That's the cutthroat nature of this. I agree with you. And also, but that shows for you to still try it, even though there's no guarantee we're going to show it unless you're under 3 minutes. That if you want to be a winner, if you want to be seen as a winner, That's the kind of attitude you need to have. So just, take that with you.
You're doing that for you. Essentially, if it's like 350 or something like that, 330, you're just eating sausages. That's all you're doing.
Yes, fair. And that's, say the 100-meter sprint. The guy who finishes last is like less than a second behind the guy who wins it. These are the fine margins in elite sport.
Yeah. So someone who finishes, someone who does the 100 meters, right? And the winner does it in sub 10, 9:58, whatever it is, and you run it 13 seconds. You're just running.
Yeah.
Who cares?
If anything, it's embarrassing.
It's like people who, I'm doing a marathon. I don't care. Do you know how many people do a marathon? I know 15 people have already done a marathon. Don't tell me you're doing a marathon. Just running far. It's shit. How can you donate to my charity? You're not doing anything worth donating for. Do an ultra marathon. I'm doing an ultra marathon. Right. How much? 100 miles. All right, fair play. I don't know anybody who's done that. Don't tell me you're doing something that I know 15 other people have done. Just do it.
The amount of money lost if that was the attitude of every person on the floor.
All right, okay, all right. We want to talk about that again. Let's go back to Lance Armstrong then, shall we?
No, I ain't got time for that.
No.
Right, anyway.
Exactly. You don't want to talk now. Funny.
Phil, hello mate, I've been here. Phil says, John's anxious glances at the camera are so deeply human. Makes me think of when I walk my dog and she makes eye contact with me whenever she does a poo. She's making herself vulnerable, checks that I'm there, as if to silently ask, is this okay? This is basically what's happening with John, but in reverse. So yeah, that made me laugh. John replied, John Griffith, 4071, if you want to subscribe to him. I thought someone was going to beat me, so I went in fully focused. Gutted I didn't dip under 3 minutes. I felt I had more in the tank. I took my eye off it. And a rogue cat was trying to steal the sausages, which didn't help. Must have been off screen. Didn't see that at the time. Love the Worldcast lads. Only forwards. Some replies where some people say, you're my hero, John. Someone said Uncle Chew. Could be his name. Yeah. But I think we have to crown him King Cumberland, I would say.
King Cumberland, yeah. Look, I think he knows that he can go under 3. He knows he can. We know he can. He just needs someone to be under 3 to see how quick John can go.
Yeah, I mean, is it like it's one of those ones? Is he what's his name, the Swedish guy, the Swedish pole vaulter who's just beating his own record now? Like, does he want to be that guy, or does it need to turn into a saga?
You don't need to do it.
We need a new character, do we?
He's got our respect. He doesn't need to go under 3. He's the champ.
James Gunn chirping in again.
God, he's allowed to say this, isn't he?
I'm starting to worry about the safety of encouraging people to eat 12 Cumberlands in sub 3 minutes. We're getting into dangerous territory now.
This is the fucking problem with this woke Britain, isn't it? What, eating sausages is dangerous, is it, James? I've just already told you. Just shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Fuck you, Gunn. Gunn, I want you to try it.
Yeah.
I want you to do it. And
Come on, James.
And I want it under 3 minutes. Right? And then unless you get and then you'd be like, oh no, you're about 8 minutes in. Oh, I just wanted to do it safely. Fuck off.
Oh, no, yeah, fuck you, John.
Fuck you, Gunn.
Fuck yourself. Just fuck you, James Gunn. That's your name from now. John Gunn. No, that's disrespect to the actual John, isn't it? No, James is fine. James, I don't know. We're falling apart. I've got to go because I've got to eat and I've got another podcast.
Hey, absolutely fine. Right, guys, join us on Patreon if you'd like to. Links in the description. Have a great weekend. Come on, you R's. And we'll speak soon. Bye.
Bye.